It is conference tournament time, one of the busiest weeks of the season for any college basketball bettor. We're not going to break down every game. We can't break down every game. It's ridiculous. It's going to happen over the course of the next 5 or 6 days in college hoops. There is literally wall-to-wall action. Morning, noon, night, late night. The lines don't come up till first thing in the morning. It is a scramble for the next 5 days. But there are some very, very profitable opportunities that may be presented to us, that will be presented to us. I'll try to share as many of those as I can with you over the course of the remainder of the week. That being said, let's get into it. Wake Forest and Syracuse. ACC showdown on ESPNU tonight. Wake, about a 4.5-point dog. Now we're seeing 5s for Syracuse. The Orange have been bet up in early betting action. This line opened 4 in a lot of places. Total 133.5. There's some 133s popping up out there. But let's just call it Orange -5, 133.5, and leave it at that. Nothing but Syracuse money so far. The first 2 meetings, both teams won and covered at home. Wake at home in January, Syracuse at home in February. Both games relatively close to the point spread. No one ran away with either contest. There were competitive games right through the final buzzer. We look at the standings, we see a pretty big difference between these two teams. Syracuse, 19-12 overall, just 2 games under 500 in ACC play. Wake, they're 11-19, and they're 10 games under in ACC play. You say, boy, this spread looks pretty cheap, considering the difference in how good these two teams were over the course of this season. And you factor in the true must-win for Syracuse, and this is must-win. Syracuse cannot afford a loss in a game like this. They might need to win twice to punch their ticket into the big dance. Must-win. Opponent's a bottom feeder, and yet the number's short. What gives? Well, we'll talk about it in a minute. But first, let's talk about Syracuse defense, because that Syracuse defense this season, it was absolutely one of the best zones that Jim Boeheim has ever coached. When you look at the numbers. And Boeheim, the legendary 2-3 matchup zone defensive mind. Look at the numbers. Top 20 in total defense. Effective field goal percentage. Number 2 in the country in block shots. The steal percentage is there. This team created a bunch of turnovers, didn't give up any looks, blocked a ton of shots, and we're in every game because of it. That's impressive defensive numbers. But Syracuse, as has often been the case in recent years, the lack of depth was very, very real. Look at these numbers from ACC play. There's Tyus Battle, Frank Howard, O'Shea Brissett. 3 guys who can absolutely light it up. That's a big 3. The problem for Syracuse has been nobody else. The rest of the team combined to score less than 16 points per game. Battle, in particular, he played 722 minutes in 18 ACC games. That's 2 more than what a full 40-minute per game would have been because of overtimes. He basically never left the floor. Howard, 711 ACC minutes. Brissett, 695 ACC minutes. They played great defense, always. But the fact they never left the floor, basically, and put all that energy in on defense, well, look at the shooting percentage numbers. Ugly, uglier, and ugliest. None of the 3 shooting better than 40% from the floor. That's why Syracuse has not been good as chalk. Haven't been able to put up enough points. Wake, they were awful away from home. Just awful. 1-8 straight up on the ACC highway. The only win coming at Pitt, and they didn't cover in that game. They went 2-7 ATS. And, of course, Pitt's the worst team by far in the conference. By far, by like 15 points worse than anybody else. 2-7 against the spread. The only point spread covers came as big dogs at Miami and at North Carolina. But, talk about Wake Forest. I'm always looking for quotes like this. What's so good about conference tournament play? This is what's so good about conference tournament play. Here's Wake Forest. They stink. They've stunk all year. Syracuse needs a win to get off the bubble. Needs 2 maybe. Must win. And you find this quote from Wake guard Keyshawn Woods. Pay attention to this. Now you press that reset button. See who wins the games. I know people are saying this is an unlikely win or an unlikely run to win this tournament, but I feel like it's very likely. We can do whatever we want to do. It's just It's just up to us at the end of the day. You understand what Wake's saying here? The concept here? saying, forget all those regular season stats. We get to press the reset button. There's talent on Wake. It's not like they're hopeless in that regard. I haven't been very impressed with Danny Manning. I really haven't. 4 full seasons for Danny Manning. Wake's 54-72 since he took over. And what was the problem with Wake this season? Bricks. Lots of them. Look at the graphic. Offensively, yeah, they're number 305 in the country in 2-point shooting percentage, number 299 in the country in 3-point shooting percentage, near the bottom of the ACC in both categories. When you can't make shots and you're going up against an elite defense, that's a problem. Lean under in this one. And I'll tell you flat out, I will not be laying the price with the orange. 5.5. If we see it, I might even buy a little piece of Wake. Beauty. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's show. Please, again, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a retweet. If you like this type of content, we'll do it again right here on SportsBet tomorrow. Loaded Wednesday show. Be sure to check back. Thanks for watching. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.